What's up everyone? Today we're going to be making my barbecue spice rub, to which I use in a lot of my barbecue recipes, which is also a main component in the barbecue sauce we're also going to be making. And we're also making some essence, which is essentially another spice rub. There's no time like the present, so let's get started. So grab yourself a small bowl, and as always the ingredients will be in the description below. We're going to start with our barbecue rub first. First ingredient, 1/4 cup of firmly packed brown sugar, 1/3 cup of paprika, 1/3 cup smoked paprika, 3 tablespoons of black pepper, and 4 tablespoons of kosher salt, which seems like a lot, but trust me, it's not. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, then 2 teaspoons of my favorite seasoning, the almighty onion powder, then a tablespoon of the very hot and lovely cayenne pepper. By the way, if you don't like spicy or hot, only add 1 teaspoon. Lastly, half a tablespoon of celery seeds. Now, when you're ready to mix, go in there with the best tool for the job, which of course is your hands. Now, you could use a whisk if you didn't want to use your hands, but I prefer to use my hands here because you really want to break up that brown sugar. So just work it through with your hands, break everything up, and then you're going to be left with this luscious, delicious barbecue rub. And let me tell you, this smells amazing. The smoked paprika, the onion powder, the garlic powder, woo! And that's it for the barbecue rub. Our barbecue rub is done. I like to grab a little deli container to store mine in. I'm also going to dump this out on a paper plate just to make it easier to, kind of pour into the deli container so I don't spill it all over the counter. Now, whatever you use, airtight container or jar, this should last for about 6 months to a year. Now let's make our essence spice blend. I'm going in with the same bowl, 2.5 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, and half a tablespoon of the following: dried oregano, dried thyme, and dried parsley. Now go ahead and mix this up, and for this you can use a whisk, unless you want to use your fingers, then use your fingers, but I'm going to use a whisk. And there we go, our essence is complete. Essence of what? I'm not really sure, but this stuff is amazingly good. And just like before, store this in an airtight container or jar, and this should last from 6 months to a year. Now let's move on to making our barbecue sauce. Grab yourself a medium saucepan, and we're going in with 2 cups of your favorite ketchup, followed by 1/4 cup of firmly packed brown sugar, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Ugh, that took so many takes to get right. 2 tablespoons of molasses, which, why is the expression you're moving as slow as molasses? And then this stuff comes out pretty fast. 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, 1 tedious tablespoon of Tabasco. Seriously, this stuff comes out the bottle so slow. Slower than the molasses. I mean, that's the new phrase. You moving slow as Tabasco. 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke to give it that smoky flavor. A nice big heaping tablespoon of that delicious barbecue rub we just did. And to cap it all off, half a teaspoon of black pepper. Grab a whisk, mix this up real good, then bring it on over to the stove. Medium heat, bring this to a boil while you continue to stir it. Now, once you're at a boil, turn this heat down to low and continue cooking for 10 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally, and you'll see it start to darken. Now, once your barbecue sauce is nice and thick, darkened in color, remove this from the heat and let it come to room temperature. Now, this stuff is amazing. It's smoky, it's spicy, it's not too sweet, it's tangy. Now, once this is cooled, you can store it in an airtight container or a glass jar, and this should last you for about 2 to 3 weeks in the fridge. What I like to do though, once this cools to room temperature, I like to move these to some squeeze bottles, and this is going to make it easier when it comes time to serve or when I'm cooking, is having it in these reusable squeeze bottles. And that's it. Our homemade barbecue rub is done, our essence is done, and our homemade barbecue sauce is done, just in time for summer. Use these recipes and you're going to be grilling out all summer long. And unfortunately, my friends, this is where I say goodbye, but don't worry, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.